Right, let's hear from the two men who will be on centre stage on July the 2nd. Vladimir Klitschko against David Haye. It's going to be live on Sky Box Office, and these are shots of the two men at the Imtech Arena, the 57,000 capacity stadium in Hamburg, where the fight will take place on July the 2nd. And we can now hear from the two men who have been going face to face for the first time at their pre-fight press conference.
It's been a long time coming. This fight was supposed to happen a long time ago. I wanted it to happen a long time ago, but for whatever reason, the boxing gods have decided July 2nd is the date that I become unified heavyweight champion. I know what Vladimir is about. I know what he's always been about, and that's why I've aimed for him since before I had my first heavyweight contest, even while I was a cruiserweight. I've seen his style, I've seen what he does in the ring, I've seen how he comes to the ring, and I believe he's a fraud. I believe the people he's fought have made him look spectacular to some, you know, but from down to the fact that he wears big shoulder pads in his gown as he walks to the ring, to the fact that he tries to, you know, pick the guys who suit his style perfectly. You know, I'm not fooled by it, and I've seen it happen, you know, time after time. And I keep watching this guy, thinking, I could not. Even when I was a cruiserweight, I believe I could knock Vladimir Klitschko out, and here's my time to prove it. I'm in good shape for the first time. He's fighting someone who's healthy. You know, normally he tries to pick people who are injured, who's coming off long layoffs. This time he's got a prime athlete in his peak, someone who's coming off a nice long string of spectacular victories, someone who's used to travelling abroad, travelling to foreign countries and winning titles. I won my cruiserweight championship in France against the French world champion, the undisputed champion Jean-Marc Momek. I went to Germany to fight Nikolai Valuev, you know, the 7'2" giant. Somebody who, coincidentally, Vladimir and Vitaly have avoided for many years. So I went over there, I'm the one who got that belt. This is the belt they've been claiming they've wanted for a long time. They've had their chance in the past to fight for it, but for whatever reason, it hasn't happened. I believe it didn't happen because, you know, maybe Valuev didn't fit their little fat American sort of MO that they like to pick. But I'm definitely someone who is going to mess with Vladimir inside the ring, outside the ring, inside his head, and he's in for a fight.
David Haye saying that people will remember where they were when Haye knocked down Vladimir Klitschko. You can see it live on July the 2nd, Sky Box Office, and it's intriguing to hear that line from David Haye about Vladimir Klitschko. David Haye saying, I haven't been fooled by him, shoulder pads and all. One moment. It's going to be fascinating to see the build-up all the way to July the 2nd. We'll be hearing from Vladimir Klitschko very, very shortly indeed. And David Haye has gone head-to-head with Vladimir Klitschko ahead of their World Heavyweight Unification fight in July. Haye says his opponent is a fraud. We can hear from Klitschko now.
I'm very happy to see you here with Adam Booth. Adam Booth, hello. Good to see you. David Haye, hello. Whatsoever, no respect. I believe it's a pretty good lesson for you gonna be on July 2nd, how to respect. And you know what? I really respect you. You're a tremendous fighter. You're a knockouter. Your record is very impressive, so I'll make sure that I will prepare for this fight accordingly. And by the way, you were tweeting before, where's your cell phone? Your cell phone. You were tweeting. You have a lot of followers on Twitter. Do you? How many do you have? Do you know? None? So whom are you tweeting? You should tweeting for your fans. You have followers. So I guess he's just a little bit shy to tell me the truth. But so David Haye is tweeting. Can you pull it out and tweet something? what I'm gonna say right now? Okay. Anyway, you're gonna get a chance to do it later on. Please tweet. Vladimir said at the press conference in Hamburg, and I will repeat it one more time in London tomorrow because we're gonna have another press conference in London. Vladimir said that David Haye is gonna be my 50th knockout.
It's getting interesting already. We'll have plenty more from the two fighters ahead of that massive bout, July the 2nd. Vladimir Klitschko talking about David Haye tweeting. David Haye saying that Vladimir Klitschko is a fraud. Vladimir Klitschko hitting back saying, I will respect you, but you sense deep down that, well, he's going to probably try and make him eat those words, I would have thought. We will also be hearing from these two men, Vladimir Klitschko and David Haye, ahead of their heavyweight unification bout, which you can see live on Sky Box Office HD on July the 2nd. Well, let's get some more now from David Haye and Vladimir Klitschko. Haye says that if Vladimir pulls out of the fight through injury, then he's contracted to fight his brother Vitaly instead.
If for whatever reason I end up fighting anybody but Vladimir, everyone will say, you used to want to fight him, now you're fighting his older brother. Why are you fighting the old one? Why not fight the guy you've been chasing for so long? Vladimir's the one who's made these videos. He's the one who the world want to see. It's the biggest fight in the world. It's a bigger fight than if I fought Vitaly, so that's why.
Please,
just in case the same injury reoccurs that you've had your last two fights, then your brother, then I'll fight your brother. So if you want me to fight the stronger one, then pull out. It's up to you.
You said and mentioned it also before that Vladimir is the weakest from two brothers, so you made the right choice to choose Vladimir first, because I have no chin, right, and my stamina is bad and my heart is also somewhere else. So don't hit me on the chin because you're gonna crash it so badly. So please don't do it.
Right?
You're such a strong puncher, and you're such a strong,
You'll find out
champion. That's really impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The amount of British people coming over here on July 2nd, it won't feel like I'm fighting in a way. And even if there wasn't one British fan, I'm used to going into hostile territory. I've done it in the past, and I can do it again. But the fact that I know that so many British are coming over here, so many of my fans, then you'll see come fight night whose support is making the most noise.
Well, you can see if Haye can beat Klitschko. The big fight's live from Hamburg on Sky Sports Box Office HD on July the 2nd.